This is the record keeping and internal compliance review portion of the P-Card training. Record keeping is very important. The more detail and information, the better. Detailed or itemized receipts are very important for verification of business purpose. An itemized receipt contains the merchant name, the date, and all items purchased. If a detailed receipt is not available, you must fill out the missing receipt form to replace the detail. For example, meals and meetings must have a list of attendees, a detailed receipt, and an agenda or business relationship of attendees. For flowers, you must keep a record of who the recipient is and what the qualifying business relationship is. For gifts, these can present potential taxable issues, so they must have the recipient as well as business purpose in the backup file. Alcohol, if approved, needs a copy of the authorization form kept in the backup. For more information on any of the above items, please see the Business and Special Expense Policy, including Appendix A and B. As for PayPal and any other electronic payment services, sufficient documentation is going to require more than what they supply. We recommend screenshots or what was purchased and who it was purchased from. Just a reminder, records must be retained for 7 years. They can either be kept in your office or in the university archives. P-Card statements must be printed each month and are available on the 3rd business day of the following month. All receipts and supporting documentation are required to be attached to the statements in the order appearing on the statement. Every month you are also required to print and complete the statement reconciliation form found on the Financial Services webpage. All signatures need to be obtained by the 15th of the following month. Getting signatures should not be held up for any missing receipts. You may enter any notes on the form for missing receipts, and then when the receipts are obtained, you may initial and date when the receipt was received. Once a week, Financial Services looks at the transactions from the previous week. We then select transactions at random for a spot review. A spot review is considered a mini compliance evaluation, as well as an opportunity for us to provide feedback. During a spot review, the cardholder is sent a notice of selected transactions, and the cardholder then provides copies of the transaction backup in response. There are times when a spot review is not random. Merchants that are more likely to be targeted for a spot review are the high-risk areas, such as PayPal or other electronic payment services, flowers, unrecognizable merchant names, split transactions, or something outside of the cardholder's spending pattern. If you are sent a spot review report with a violation, you will have 2 weeks to supply any requested information in order to clear the violation. The goal of spot reviews is not to find a violation, but to provide ongoing feedback to cardholders on their record keeping and documentation. You can always send an email, campus mail, or fax the backup to us. However, if you do fax it, we ask that you call us to let us know so we can be on the lookout for it. If you are mailing hard copy documents, we ask that no original backup documents be sent, because we do not return it when finished. When a card review is issued, you will receive an automated email from our database with the date and time of the review. This means that the card reviewer will arrive at your office at the time listed in the email. You do not need to be present during the entire review time. The reviewer just needs the complete card backup for the time period indicated in the email. During a full card review, we will be looking at anywhere from 1 month to 24 months of data with transactions selected at random. Every cardholder will be issued a full card review on a biannual basis. A card compliance review is to verify the card is being used appropriately for authorized expenditures, correct documentation is being kept, and record keeping is also up to date for any regulatory compliance purposes. After the on-site review is completed, you will receive your preliminary report. Unless no violations are found, then it would be your final report. If there were potential violations found, you will have 30 days to make any corrections. After corrections have been submitted or the 30 days pass, you will then receive a finalized report. Data from all internal compliance activities, including card and direct pay compliance reviews, is presented to the board in October as part of the annual financial report.